Summer lovers, oh, real fast. That bass player's playing so sweet, I'm getting chubby. Do you know what I like best about the bass player? His neck. Oh, he made a little mistake. You may not have noticed, but if you did, I think you enjoy my tale. The mother, the father, the serpent, the priest, the foreman, the woman, the widow, the beast. Hey, bass player! Look at the bass player! Look at that smile! There's sadness in that smile. Look at that chord structure! There's sadness in that chord structure. Look at him flail at the wailing wall with nothing but stubby fingers and a dumb look on his face. He don't know it, but he's balding. Spiritually. But everyone hates the bass player. No one invites the bass player to the party after the show.
Hey, Al, what are you doing after the show?
Probably nothing.
Okay, yeah. Cool, if you change your mind, I'm cool to hang.
And even if he gets to the party, and this is a sexist joke that Bruce McCullough wrote in 1982. Don't cancel. Even if he gets to the party, he could only get the good-looking girl's best friend.
Hey, is Greta from North Bay gonna hang? You know the one who's a doula?
No.
Oh, yeah, when she turns up, you just hit me.
The bass player's the loser of the band. It's true. He's one up from the roadie. One up from the roadie. But you know, there's something beautiful about the bass. Sometimes when I listen to it, I don't know, I get kind of tied up in a swirl, and I'm flying, Ma. I'm flying over a big, bold, beautiful lake. He's playing the bass, and I'm flying. And sometimes when I land, I'm in a different neighborhood. But that's okay, because whenever I listen to the bass, I always bring cab fare. And there's a new thing called Uber app, and that's even better. But after all, aren't we all bass players? Aren't you all bass players? They tell me this was a bass player convention. Pick up the beat! Pick up the beat! Hide the sadness and tap your feet! The mother, the father, the foreman, the priest, the woman, the widow, the serpent, the beast. Aren't you glad that you're not one, baby? Summer loving had me a blast. Hi, I'm Kevin McDonald. Bruce McCullough.
Welcome back to the second half. It's shorter than the first half, so I don't want you to get antsy.
Don't get antsy.
Thank you. That's a nice noise.
But only 6 people made it.
It's so great to be here in the second half.
It's in the second half.
Yeah.
The first half wasn't so good, but we really love second halves.
Yeah.
We're really good.
We just tore into ourselves and we sort of fought, and Allison turned on us, and Bellini gave us a little pep talk about beauty and our duty, and it really...
So we're back!
We're back. Better than ever, baby.
And I know when you think of the kids in the hall, if you think of teams, and who thinks of the kids in the hall? But if you do, you think of like me and Dave, or Bruce and Mark,
yes,
or Scott by himself.
At several places at once.
At several places at once. At a restaurant. But what people don't realize is Bruce and I hang out all the time.
Oh, man, we hang.
We live in different cities. I
Yeah.
fly to hang out for the night. I fly back when it's over.
I'll take a red eye to hang with this cat.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the people know this, but they haven't seen us together a lot. And they come up to me and they say, "Hey, Kevin, what's it like when you and Bruce get together? Is it crazy? Is it crazy weird? Do you wear your pants on the top part of your body and your shirt? But are you crazy? Do you go to bars and do you pour beer in the cash register?" He's like, oh, wait. I bet you go the other way. I bet you go boring. I bet you're dull. I bet you're dull. You talk about World War II and you're boring. And
Old planes and shit like that. That's the way you guys hang. You want to talk about the Dewey Decimal System. That's what we do all night.
You guys are geniuses.
That's why the librarians want to hang with us.
That's right.
Any hot librarians here tonight? Over 40. This is a librarian convention. We thought it was a bass player convention.
We did.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say you're duller than college-run radio show.
Yeah. Well, all of those, the above, and so you don't have to wonder anymore, which is kind of a cool way of saying anymore, because
I like
you don't
it.
have time for that R and that
I
E.
like it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, R. Who
and
needs
E.
that R?
Yeah, so it's all of the above, and more. Once we remember that time we got so crazy we lost our mittens.
And you got a little bit of frostbite?
Yeah,
we thought he'd lose a finger.
Yeah. Oh, that was so funny. Anyway, so to rip the lid off of it, I wrote a little scene that Kevin let me do, and it talks about that and also rips the lid off of his vague veganism.
I eat cheese sometimes.
Yeah, so it's going down. So shall we? Walking, talking, people grumpy.
Feeling hot, parched and jumpy.
Getting thoughts I like to think.
Brain asked me why not a drink.
Yeah, just one though, right?
Just one.
Using Uber or a car.
We find ourselves inside a bar.
People here, they look like clones.
They're all scrolling on their phones.
All are talking, most are happy.
Well, the service here is crappy. Can we get some fucking service?
Don't you know who the fuck we are?
We had a show in the 90s! The 90s!
Glug, 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 and yummy.
Drink makes warm inside my tummy.
Talk, 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 and think.
Here comes the guy that looks like a dink.
As the story often flows.
He's one of the Daves that you know.
Oh yeah, no, it's so wild you're named Dave, and I wrote that song. Yeah, I did practically write it about you. So thank you for stopping by.
We crush his head and then he goes.
But not before we like to disclose.
Good morning. Hey, you said you'd buy us a drink, Dave!
Where's your fucking money, Dave?
All you Daves are broke!
You're not even a Dave. All the Daves are broke.
Okay.
Send me a Henry. Glug, 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 and yummy.
That drink makes warm like my mummy.
We talk about the all days, oh so funny.
Working with Amazon was kind of crummy.
I just don't know what the fuck metrics are.
I don't know. Ratings, I understand. Metrics, I don't.
Let's have one more drink.
One more drink.
Visha pushy, gruff and puffin', people pushing, people shoving. Shame, blame, we're doing it again, and it's all fucking the same, and it's all regret.
But here comes some bachelorettes.
Let's trundle to another spot.
But they'll buy us tequila shots. Glug, glug,
glug and yummy. That drink warm inside my tummy. What would make this night just right?
If we end up at the Big Slice in 1983.
Just fucking take the pepperoni off, Kevin.
Yeah, I eat cheese sometimes. I have to.
Yeah, you're not even a vegan.
Can I have your pepperoni?
Beg for it, vegan. Laura Silovitz to the stage, please.
Hey, Bruce.
I welcome out one of my comic muses again, Laura Silovitz.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Bruce's muse. How are you, Bruce?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so good.
You don't seem good.
How do you know?
Because I know you. It's like you're trying to be, happy by covering it with sadness, or covering the sadness with happiness, and it doesn't work on us.
Well, you see right through me, because you're right. I'm covering up a deep depression with energy and
I understand.
Smiles and stuff.
Just give it a rest. And you know what? I am going to cheer you up.
Really?
I am going to take you to the happiest place on earth.
Disney?
Not quite Disneyland.
Amazon Land. I was just thinking because there's a Disney app and then it's an Amazon app.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind.
Well, I know that. You know what it is? It's your sadness is making you non sequitur-y.
Gosh, the doctor did tell me that would happen.
You're going to be having non sequiturs for the next 2 weeks, young lady. Aw, we have to get your meds right, don't we?
Yes,
now,
we
I
do.
am going to take you to the happiest place on earth. It's called a sad mall.
Okay.
We are going to a sad mall. This is how we like to play. We get there and somewhere wonder.
We'll be there all fucking day.
Gonna meet up at the not on fountain. Meaning the fountain's not on at all. We're gonna get there if you're counting.
There's 6 people, including us. But if we go inside, what's there?
A security guard asleep in a folding chair.
Well, that makes me smile.
And if you dare, please smell that air. That air is from 1972.
Ooh.
We are going to a sad mall. Grand opening sign. No one bothered to take it down.
This place is frozen in time.
If you're going to the sad mall, please go at your own risk. There's a place called Computers and More.
You can buy a Bobby Day. Oh my God, Bruce! That orgasm just made me think of something. Oh my God.
I didn't know she was going to do that.
Gosh, that really made me think of what you said.
About computers and more. Okay.
I was wondering what the more part is.
I don't know. Ennui.
Ooh, well, I'm starting to feel better now. But tell me, is there more?
There is a used dog store.
Used dog?
Yeah, it's not working so well. No customers in there. Just the dogs and the 5 owners.
Oh, okay. Is there any other that just might fail?
Well, Blind World sells blinds and books in Braille.
Can you give me any other hints?
A laundromat called Lord of the Rinse.
What about the dress of my dreams?
then pop into, so it seems. It's run by a mother and daughter, and the mother's under such stress, no one mistakes them for sisters anymore.
Yes! That makes me feel a lot better.
Well, you know what's gonna make you feel even better? We are going to a sad mall. Make us feel better about our lives. We get there and just somber wonder.
There's a place that just sells knives.
Let's do the sad mall hustle. We move cause the place is icky.
We can lift our knees like this, but only like this, cause the floor's so sticky.
Sticky, 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 sticky.
Oh my, gross, I'm stuck! Gross! Gross, my feet are stuck, I can't lift my knees anymore.
Just wait there, you might have another orgasm.
I don't know if it's gonna come this quickly this time. Oh, Bruce, this is really gross.
Do you really want to know what's on the floor?
No, thank you.
I will tell you anyway. It's the tears that are cried from the sad merchant's eyes have combined with something human.
Human?
Do you want to know what it is?
No, I don't.
I will tell you anyway.
Hey?
It's pee. And poo. And earwax too.
Well, when did they last clean this place?
An hour ago.
Oh, that's gross.
Don't look into that couple's eyes.
It's too late, I already have.
There's sadness in that couple's eyes that seems to epitomize the sadness of all products left unsold.
That's bleak.
I am told they haven't had a customer in over 7 weeks.
But what happens if we would go inside?
I fear we might just die. Or worse, buy a bag of buttons.
Buttons, you can buy a bag of buttons.
Not then. Yes, they sell them in a jar.
Can't I just get that at So It Seems?
Yes, there's a lot of places in this sad mall where you can buy buttons. Practically every place. That's why everyone hates each other. The shawarma people, there's 5 shawarma restaurants. They're all at war.
Oh, I like that actually. That's almost as good as the antidepressants.
Yes.
Thanks, Bruce.
So it's good because we went to the sad mall. Made us feel better about our lives. We went to the sad mall.
But what will we do tomorrow?
We will go to a widow's yard sale. I know a few, I'll plan a route. And if we're lucky by this time tomorrow, we can get a dead man's suit. A dead man's suit. A dead man's suit. Laura Silovitz.
To remind you, I'm Kevin McDonald of the Kids in the Hall. Kids in the Hall. I'm one of the kids in the hall. I'm one of the kids in the hall. I'm the weakest. I'm the weakest kid in the hall. Still, I'm one of the kids in the hall. I mean, I'm in the kids in the hall. We're okay. Overrated. Overrated. Monty Python are the Beatles of sketch comedy. The Kids in the Hall are the Duran Duran of sketch comedy. You know, just buy our greatest hits. Don't buy every album. That's crazy. And I'm going to tell you one last story that I swear to God. Now, usually, this is a real story. Usually, I take a story and I exaggerate it and I write it up on my computer and I add jokes and this happened there, but if I put it there, it'll be funnier. Now I'm just telling you the story. It's just a really sad story. But it may not be funny, but it's interesting. I know you're at a comedy show, but an interesting show is okay. I mean, how much were tickets? How much were tickets? Were they $30? Well, that's good for a comedy show. We had a show in the 90s, but an interesting show is more like $17. So I'll be in the parking lot giving you $13 back each. Because it's just interesting. There's no jokes. Usually I sweeten it with jokes. You're about to have sour lemonade. But the good news is it's short. This takes place in like 82. I was a movie usher. At Carlton Cinemas. When it was an art house. And does anyone remember the big hit, My New Partner from France? No, you don't. Or what it was called in French, Mon Nouveau Partner. I don't know French. But I was born in Montreal. That's another story. I'll do that tomorrow. I was an usher. I was a lowly usher. I kept getting crushes on candy girls. Candy persons. Sorry, don't cancel me. Candy persons. I got Dave Foley a job there, but they didn't want him to be a lowly usher because he almost spoke in a British accent. They thought he looked like David Bowie. He was classy, so he got to work at the cafe. And the day of this particular story that I'm telling, it started badly, even before the story starts. There were like 7 or 8 street gang drug dealer, whatever they were. They were toughs. We were, it's next to where the Maple Leaf Gardens were, and they were tough there. And they kept sneaking into the bathroom. And my manager, Mr. Brimico, we had to call the Brimmer for some reason. He told me to kick one out, and I kicked one out. And this is not a funny part, but it's interesting. I'm gonna give you money back at the parking lot. He said, if we ever see you, we might kill you. So that's good. And then the story starts. It was Tuesday. And every Tuesday, there was a guy, I remember his name today, Mr. Delmar, something like, okay, forget it again. Mr. Delmar, he was a nice guy in a wheelchair, and a blue van from the city would bring him, he saw a movie every Tuesday. Brimmer was always there waiting for him, and he'd get his ticket and he'd bring him to the movie theater, and then he brought him out and waited for the guy. Now Brimmer got busy on some kind of phone call, they used to call them, and so when the movie was over, Brimmer told me that I had to get the Mr. Delmar in the wheelchair out and bring him out on the like front doors where the van will come and get him. So I get him, and I'm joking. I don't think he's laughing, but I'm the funny usher. I have to joke. And then he asked me if he can go to the bathroom. I say, of course. I put him in the bathroom, and he points to the urinal. So I get him to the urinal, and he says, closer. So I get a little closer. And he says, closer. And I get as close as I can, and he says, closer. And so I tipped the wheelchair. And he goes sliding down the wheelchair. And his head hits the wall. It is the most sickening crack I've ever heard in my life. Crack! I wake up at 3 a.m. screaming, still hearing it. And I get him back in the wheelchair. It's a true story. No jokes. And usually when you get hit in the head, the black eye doesn't happen till the next day. Well, like early 80s werewolf special effects movie, the bump started growing in front of me. He's like a lopsided unicorn. And I get him in the wheelchair, and I'm sorry. He said, it's okay, just get me, I want to go home. Yeah, I know. And and I get out, and I have to wait the van with him. And then all of a sudden, the Brimmer comes and he says, the van just called. They've been in a little bit of a car accident. You have to bring him home. He's just a couple blocks away. Here's his address. So I'm pushing him down the street. And then he says, my fly is undone. I'm embarrassed. Could you do it up for me? So I push him to an alley. I get in front of him. I get on my knees. And I start doing his fly up. Then I hear, hey! And I turn, and it's the street gang. And they say, that fucking usher is blowing that guy in the wheelchair. That's good. So he runs after me, and they're going to be here in a few seconds. I have a choice to make. This was before I went to psychiatrist. I was a coward, right? So I ran, leaving the guy there. I turned back, and I saw the crowd, the gang surrounding him, and I thought that, oh, they're helping him. Though I think I did see him give a wallet to one of them. And here's the sad ending of my story. Mr. Delmar never came to Carlton Cinemas again.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, all that stuff's good. That's new. Yeah, there's some stuff there. It's all $5, but it's hacked. You into sound effects at all? You want to get some sound effects? We got Nina Simone in, but it's really hacked.
Excuse me, do you have the new Depeche Mode record?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
It's right over there. Go get it, but it sucks. I'm just gonna watch you buy it.
Oh, yeah. I heard it sucks too. What about the latest Pixies album?
Oh yeah, we got several of those. They're right over there. But they suck. They super suck. All the new stuff sucks, but have at it.
Actually, I was thinking of getting into something vintage, some classic rock and roll. I don't know, maybe the Doors?
The Doors? As you walked in with your businessman suit, I never had you pegged for a Doors fan.
Well, I'm not really a Doors fan, but I'd like to get into them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think there's a theory I have about Doors fans. They're not made, they're born. Right now, there's a guy in Africa beating a drum. He's a rider on the storm, but he ain't never heard that album. Or an old lady on a bus sucking humbugs with her wrist in a cast. She's a rider on the storm, but she ain't never heard the sounds. Why do you think you're a Doors fan, businessman?
Well, I was at a business party last week, and someone played a Doors album, and it was great. And I've always liked Love Her Madly.
Hey, if you become a Doors fan, Love 'Em Madly is the only song you won't like.
Right. I guess I should start with their greatest hits?
Hey, greatest hits albums are for housewives and little girls. Get the out of my store. No, you don't want to be a Doors fan. Get out. You're not serious. You gotta go.
I'm serious. I want you to show me the way.
Show me the way? Was that a Peter Frampton reference in my store?
No, not lyrics, just words strung together.
I buy your explanation. Okay. If you want to be a Doors fan, you got to do it scientifically. You got to start with this, Waiting for the Sun. It's their third record, but it's really their first, if you know what I mean.
I think I know what you mean. And what do I do? What?
Read the liner notes. It's delicious to read liner notes. I
good.
could do it all night and smoke a cigarello.
The good liner notes.
Yeah. Okay, who's playing bass?
Bass.
Who's playing bass?
Bass.
Businessman?
No one.
No bass.
No bass?
Yeah, the Doors had no bass. The Gypsies have no homes. Don't let that scare you. Let it free you. When you're free flying with the Doors, you don't need no safety net.
Viva la Doors!
Viva la Doors! Also, I gotta let you in on the sadness.
Sadness?
Yeah, the sadness that every real Doors fan's gotta live with.
What is that, Whitey?
That is the fact that the greatest rock and roll machine of all time is not gonna play live ever again. They're not gonna thunder into your town.
Oh, no, wait.
No,
wait, there's hope. There's hope. I heard once that Mr. Adam Lambert is going to join the group and the Doors will tour again.
Yeah, where did you hear that?
I read it somewhere.
You read it in your precious Cream magazine?
I may have read it
in
Cream.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Well, how do you know?
Well, I know it's not going to happen.
Well, how do you know that?
You want to know how I know? You don't want to know who told me?
Yes, I'd like to know who told you.
Jim fucking Morrison told me. That's who.
Excuse me, do you have the new Depeche Mode album?
Socks! 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 More socks!
I forgive you, businessman. Just because you make money, I can't hate you.
I know.
Okay, if you really want to be a Doors fan, here's what you got to do. Take this. It's an 8-track tape. It's one of the last in existence.
What do I do?
You got to go steal a car. Steal a car. Which may be hard because there's not a lot of 8-track tapes around anymore. So
Steal a
find
car.
one with an 8-track tape player.
Yeah.
Pull out Blue Oyster Cult, which is probably in there. Put this bad boy in there. Play it full blast and leave town.
Right.
Drive west.
West.
When the tape ends, get out, get into a fight.
A fight.
3 guys at the minimum.
3 guys.
After you get your ass kicked. Get back in the car.
Get back in the
Which,
car.
if you're taking notes, you're not even taking notes. Is east. Yeah, and come back to town
Yes.
and meet me I will be at the Bovine Sex Club.
And what will you do?
I will let you into the most prestigious hotel of all time.
Which is?
Morrison Hotel.
And then what?
Then, businessman, you're going to be a Doors fan.
I cheated. I did the woo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy the show?
Well, that's our show for the night. We had fun. We did have fun.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do another thing first. I mean, we did have fun. Some of you cried. Some of you were sad. Some of you did a little bit of both. Some of you just were confused, which is okay.
We're used to that.
And
Don't
we've
worry.
had a wonderful time. But I've got to ask a question, Kevin.
What's that, Bruce?
What did we learn?
What did we learn? Jeez, what did we learn? What did we learn? What did we learn? That our Scott Thompson has a clear fascination. What did we learn? What did we learn? With starting fires through masturbation. What did we learn? Some people will never learn. Well. Scott Thompson, for example, will burn in hell.
Sad Malls put your heart to a test.
What did we learn? What did we learn?
That 7 o'clock shows are clearly the best.
What did we learn? What did we learn? That Allison Baker has a weakness for cocaine.
I'll settle for Fent.
Some people just drink for truth. Wrong lyric. No. Don't get subpoenas served by a youth. That's so true, so. Our parents are forgotten. Don't sit with Johnny Rotten. Bands with no bass are incredible. Happy birthday to you, and whatever you do, please just don't take a hoe edible.
Not even a little teddy bear?
What did we learn? What did we learn? What did we learn?
Not much.
Thank you, Wendell.
Yeah! Allison Baker!
Paul Bellini!
Paul Bellini!
Filming like the old
Laura
days.
Silovitz!
Where's Laura? Oh, sorry. Like we rehearsed.
Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you so much. We should walk off, but we're Canadian, so we just want to stay. Thank you so much for coming and supporting us and having an interest in us all these years. You can tell we're still trying. We may have scripts, but we're still trying. And on behalf of all of us, thank you for coming, and please, we'll see you again, and take care of your human hearts. Good night.
That's nice. That's nice.